back. The Musings of the Cigarette Smoking Man. I've got my pink lighter, pack of smokes, and a pot of coffee on. Today, we're diving deep. I'm Stephen Leake, and this episode is a raw, unfiltered look into my life, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. We'll explore my battles with bipolar disorder and opiate addiction, the art and writing that pulled me through, and the businesses I am building today. This isn't just a story of struggle, it's a testament to resilience, the power of creative expression, and the unwavering belief in victory. I'm laying it all bare, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because I believe that in sharing my truth, I can inspire others to find their own path to healing and success. So buckle up. This is more than just a podcast. It's a journey of self-discovery, redemption, and the relentless pursuit of freedom. Are you ready to hear the story they don't want you to know? Part 1, Seeds of a Story, Early Life and Turning Points. I was born in 1986, the son of 2 school teachers in York, South Carolina. Mom taught PE and coached every girl's sport imaginable: volleyball, softball, basketball. She was a whirlwind of energy on the sidelines. Dad, on the other hand, was a steady hand in the auto mechanic shop at the local high school. They were salt-of-the-earth people, dedicated to their students and to us. My childhood was idyllic. We lived on a family farm, and those fields and woods were my playground. I spent countless hours playing baseball on a field my dad built for me with his tractor. He'd hook up his box scrape implement and carve out a diamond in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't fancy, but it was ours. Then there were dirt bikes. My cousins, my dad, and I would tear through the trails he carved out with that same tractor, kicking up dust and chasing the thrill of speed. Early on, my family life revolved around my baseball games and practices. I was a pitcher, and that suited me just fine. By 8th grade, I'd made the JV team at my hometown public school. School came easy to me. I was always in the top 10% of my class. I aced the SATs and had an almost perfect verbal score. All that hard work paid off. I received an appointment to the United States Military Academy at West Point. This was huge. It was the first post-9/11 class, and the weight of that wasn't lost on me. It felt like a calling, a chance to serve something bigger than myself. But life, as it often does, had other plans. Just 2 weeks before I was due to ship out to New York, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. It was a bombshell. While it wasn't an automatic disqualification from service, the diagnosis forced me to confront a difficult truth. Could I truly lead others when I wasn't sure I could always lead myself? After a lot of soul-searching, I made the hardest decision of my life. I chose not to pursue a military career. It wasn't easy. There were moments when I felt like I was letting everyone down, my family, my country, myself. But deep down, I knew it was the right choice. I don't see it as a failure. It was a turning point, a redirection. Instead of serving on the front lines, I found another way to serve, by being a cheerleader for America through my writing, poetry, and music. It's about using my voice to inspire, to challenge, and to fight for the values I believe in. It's a different kind of battle, but a battle nonetheless. Part 2, Forging a Path. In words and music, the artist's awakening. Following my decision to forego West Point, I enrolled at Winthrop University in 2007 to pursue creative writing. I threw myself into the writing workshops, hungry to learn and refine my craft. I spent a year absorbing everything I could, but ultimately I didn't graduate. The financial burden of student loans loomed large, and the idea of going into debt for what felt like a gamble on an artistic career just didn't sit right with me. So I took a different path. I retreated to my apartment on the family land and dedicated myself to honing my skills. It was a period of intense self-discipline, a self-imposed apprenticeship in the art of wordsmithing. I wrote relentlessly, experimenting with different styles and forms, pushing myself to find my unique voice. My journey into music began much earlier, during my junior and senior years of high school. I was part of a band called Johnny Slacker, and we actually won the school's battle of the bands both years. The energy of performing, the camaraderie of playing with others, it was an exhilarating experience. We continued playing together into my college years. Jonathan Blackwell played guitar, and Albert Strawn was our singer and bassist. Albert was a real character. I remember one time he went to a concert in Atlanta and experimented with shrooms. It was a transformative experience for him, to say the least. While I continued playing with the band, it marked a turning point. Around this time, I began experimenting with songwriting. To be honest, I wasn't very good at it initially, but it opened up to me a new world, the world of poetry. This led me to discover allpoetry.com, an online platform where I've been workshopping my poetry under the username Liquid Sunshine for nearly 2 decades. It's been an invaluable resource, a place to share my work, receive feedback, and connect with other poets from around the world. While I was steadily honing my craft and developing my artistic voice, I achieved some significant milestones along the way. In 2007, I was a semifinalist for the PEN Emerging Voices Fellowship, a recognition that validated my efforts and fueled my determination. I've also been fortunate to have my work published by a few independent presses. I've been published most faithfully by my friend Chris Butler at the Beatnik Cowboy, a true champion of independent voices. The Black Book Press has also featured my work. More recently, my poem Truth, appeared in the 2022 North Carolina Bards Anthology, and Soft Days was included in the 2023 anthology. In 2017, I was recognized by the Southern Poverty Law Center for advocating tolerance in my work. While the circumstances surrounding that recognition are complex, I stand by my belief in the power of art to promote understanding and empathy. This period was about more than just acquiring skills. It was about discovering my artistic identity. It was about finding the courage to express my unique perspective, to grapple with difficult truths, and to connect with others through the power in words and music. Part 3. Charleston, Gethsemane, and a Love Remembered. After a period of intense self-discovery and artistic development, life took an exciting turn. My best friend, Robert McFarland, returned from his service in Africa with the Peace Corps and extended an invitation that I couldn't refuse to be his roommate in Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston was a revelation. Robert and I dove headfirst into the vibrant food and beverage scene downtown, working various jobs and soaking in the city's unique atmosphere. Those years were filled with adventure, exploration, and the kind of experiences that shape a person forever. It was during this time that the seeds of my first serious novel began to sprout. I tentatively titled it Gethsemane. The raw material for the story came directly from our lives in Charleston. The people we met, the situations we found ourselves in, and the undercurrent of history and mystery that seemed to permeate the city. I'm currently working on editing Gethsemane, and I'm fortunate to be collaborating with Aparna Kumar, an editor with Penguin Random House. Aparna's worked with some incredible writers, including Salman Rushdie. Rushdie, of course, is a free speech legend who tragically lost an eye in an attack by a religious fundamentalist for his depiction of the so-called satanic verses of the Quran in his novel, The Satanic Verses. If you're interested in getting a taste of Gethsemane, an ebook of the first draft is available for free with a small donation at stephenlink.com. You'll also find links to this podcast, my music, my poetry collection, Truth is Power. Charleston holds an even deeper significance for me. It's where I met Amanda Zabella, the love of my life. Sadly, Amanda passed away from alcoholism in May of 2023. She was a tragic figure, a true muse, and her loss has left an indelible mark on my soul. We had one intense year together, a whirlwind of passion and exploration. We romped and rampaged through the city in an ode to youth, chasing dreams and embracing the moment. Charleston, with its beauty and its shadows, was the perfect backdrop for our love story. Yosemite is dedicated to Amanda's memory. It's my way of honoring her life, her spirit, and the profound impact she had on me. I hope that through my writing I can do justice to her memory and capture the essence of the person she was. Part 4: The Crucible of Healing: Art, Recovery, Resilience, and Spiritual Awakening. Following the intense chapter in Charleston, life led me to a quieter existence in Myrtle Beach. I needed space to process, to write, to heal. It was there, amidst the ebb and flow of the ocean, that I dedicated myself to finishing Gethsemane. But more importantly, Myrtle Beach became the battleground for my recovery from opiate addiction. It wasn't easy. The grip of addiction is a relentless force, a constant whisper in the ear promising relief. But I was determined. I sought help, embraced medically assisted treatment, and surrounded myself with the support I desperately needed. I have been on MAT ever since, and am grateful for the ongoing benefits. However, medically assisted treatment was just one facet of my healing. A truly profound transformation, my spiritual awakening, began when I started going to Alcoholics Anonymous. It was in those rooms, through the fellowship and the steps, that I embarked on an earnest spiritual journey, a deep search for truth and for God. This wasn't about adopting a religion overnight. It was a raw, honest quest for something beyond myself that could restore me. And I found Him not in a single dramatic revelation, but in myriad and infinite peek-throughs and glimmers from the universe. Subtle assurances, moments of profound clarity. They let me know I am on the right path and where I'm supposed to be. My burgeoning faith in Jesus Christ and my sincere attempt at mimicking His life of compassion, forgiveness, and unwavering conviction have given me untold strength and inspiration. This spiritual bedrock became the true foundation of my recovery, reshaping my entire worldview and fueling my resilience. This newfound spiritual clarity, this wellspring of inner strength, profoundly influenced everything that followed. During this period, art, writing, music, and poetry became more than just creative outlets. They were lifelines, imbued with a deeper sense of purpose. The power of creative expression. Writing, in particular, became a form of therapy. The act of putting pen to paper, of translating the chaos in my mind into coherent words, was incredibly cathartic. It allowed me to confront the trauma of my past, to make sense of the present, and to envision a future free from the shackles of addiction. Journaling also became a vital practice. I advocate journaling as an essential part of healing from complex PTSD, often a shadow of decades of active drug addiction. I found solace in the simple act of documenting my thoughts, my feelings, my struggles, and my triumphs. It was a way of bearing witness to my own journey, of validating my experiences, and of holding myself accountable. For this, I advocate using Skillcraft U.S. government pens, noting their reliability. These pens, made by the blind in North Carolina, are built to withstand anything. As they say, they are made to write a mile worth of line without failing. They've become my go-to pen, a symbol of resilience and endurance in the face of adversity. Music, too, played a crucial role. The act of creating, of channeling my emotions into melodies and lyrics, was profoundly healing. It allowed me to express feelings that I couldn't articulate in words, to connect with others on a deeper level, and to find moments of joy and transcendence amidst the darkness. Poetry became a way to capture the essence of my experiences, to distill them into potent, evocative verses. It allowed me to explore the complexities of human emotion, to grapple with the existential questions, and to find beauty in the brokenness of life. Free expression in all its forms became my salvation. It was a way of reclaiming my voice, of asserting my agency, and of refusing to be silenced by the stigma of mental illness and addiction. The crucible of healing is a painful process, but it is also a transformative one. It is through facing our darkest selves that we discover our greatest strengths. It is through embracing vulnerability that we find true connection. And it is through the power of creative expression, anchored by a spiritual foundation, that we can forge a path to recovery, resilience, and lasting wholeness. Part 5. Detours and Determinations, Iowa, Humble Pie, and Renewed Mission. In 2017, my life took me to Iowa City for a brief stint. My old friend Robert McFarland was finishing his nursing degree there, and I went along as his roommate once again. It was an interesting time, to say the least. We ended up rooming with Jake Montgomery, a fellow poet and professor at the esteemed Iowa's Writers' Workshop. Jake was, shall we say, a colorful character, a Jewish communist no less. I'll never forget one question he posed to Rob and me. If he did nothing with his life, was he fighting capitalism? The question made me shudder, and frankly it still does. Here I was, trying to find my own path, to build something meaningful, and Jake was questioning the very foundations of the system that allowed me to even try. He was a brilliant guy, though. While I was getting stoned in the next room with Rob, hey, I'm the cigarette-smoking man after all, Jake was busy winning a Fulbright scholarship to Mexico, so yeah, maybe he was onto something. After Iowa, I found myself back on my family's farm in York, South Carolina. It was time for a dose of reality, a big slice of humble pie, and that's exactly what I got. For a year and a half, I worked as a dishwasher at the Garden Cafe, a nice little spot in my hometown, $10 an hour washing dishes alongside teenagers. It wasn't glamorous, but it was honest work. The silver lining? I got to bring home discounted ribeyes for myself and my parents, so even while I was scrubbing plates, I was still providing for my family. Small victories, right? My tenure at the Garden Cafe came to an end in September of last year. I got fired for missing too many days of work. It's true I'm disabled, and sometimes getting out of bed is a battle in itself. But here's the thing. I don't see that job as a failure. I'm actually grateful for that experience. My poetry professor from Winthrop once talked to me about a Buddhist meditation principle of repetitive hand motion and menial labor that frees up your mind to think about creative tasks. It also taught me a lot about hard work, about humility, and about the value of a dollar, but most importantly, it solidified my resolve to never again waste my time on a menial job, one that is soul-crushing at best. That's when I decided to take control of my own destiny. I bet on myself, to focus on my creative and entrepreneurial pursuits. It was time to stop waiting for someone else to give me permission and start building my own empire, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Part 6. Building the Dream. Monarch Holdings International, Vision and Key Ventures. Now let's shift gears and delve into the engine that powers much of my endeavors. Monarch Holdings International Incorporated, registered in Nevada. Monarch Holdings serves as the umbrella for my diverse portfolio of subsidiaries, each a testament to the entrepreneurial spirit and a commitment to free thought. Our core mission at Monarch Holdings is simple yet profound, fostering entrepreneurial spirit and creativity while advancing libertarian principles. We champion individual liberty and free markets through strategic investments in business ventures, striving to create a world where innovation and personal freedom flourish. Integrity, collaboration, and innovation are the pillars upon which we build. We believe in conducting business with the utmost ethical standards, fostering a collaborative environment where ideas can thrive, and constantly seeking innovative solutions to the challenges of today and tomorrow. To ensure we're making the smartest, most informed decisions, we leverage cutting-edge business intelligence tools. We're talking about advanced analytics platforms like IBM SPSS, the cognitive computing power of IBM Watson AI, and the robust data integration capabilities of Palantir. These tools provide us with advanced data-driven insights, allowing us to identify opportunities, mitigate risks, and make strategic recommendations that deliver exceptional value to our clients and partners. Monarch Literary Limited, Publishing for Freedom. One of the cornerstones of Monarch Holdings is Monarch Literary Limited, my publishing company. Its mission is to bring exceptional poetry and literary fiction to readers everywhere, supporting unique voices that challenge the norm and inspire thought. We are looking for iconoclasts and freedom fighters who advocate critical thinking and free speech in their work. We want to give a platform to those who speak truth to power and challenge conventional narratives. Authors who dare to question the status quo and offer fresh perspectives on the world around us. You can explore our catalog and learn more about our mission at monarchliterary.com. We're not just passionate about literature, we're also committed to environmental responsibility. That's why Monarch Literary has pledged 1.5% of its revenue towards combating climate change. We're focused on practical, data-backed methods, not just empty hype. We believe in taking concrete action to protect our planet for future generations. Monarch Urbanware Limited, wearing your values. Another exciting venture under the Monarch Holdings umbrella is Monarch Urbanware Limited. This is a qualified subchapter subsidiary, a freedom-minded graphic t-shirt and hoodie brand with designs crafted by yours truly. Monarch Urbanware is more than just clothing, it's a statement. It's a way to express your individuality, your beliefs, and your commitment to freedom. Each design is carefully crafted to spark conversation, challenge assumptions, and promote values we hold dear. You can check out our designs at monarchurbanwear.com, and here's where you come in. I'm currently soliciting investment to manufacture these shirts right here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, USA. I'm committed to creating jobs and supporting local communities, and I believe that by producing our clothing domestically, we can ensure quality and ethical labor practices. Monarch Urbanwear represents a tangible expression of entrepreneurial drive and the ideological underpinnings of all my businesses. It's about building something from the ground up, creating value, and empowering individuals to express themselves freely. Part 7, Expanding the Empire, Monarch's Diverse Portfolio. Let's further explore the diverse subsidiaries operating under the Monarch Holdings International Incorporated umbrella, each reflecting a facet of my entrepreneurial vision and commitment to specific values. Monarch Analytics Limited, Political Consulting with an Edge. Monarch Analytics Limited is our political consulting and data analytics company. We offer expertise in the political realm, advising MAGA and American First candidates in South Carolina and supporting causes and candidates across the nation. Our reach extends globally as we champion grassroots populist movements worldwide. We provide crucial consulting services for Americans for Economic Independence, ensuring data-driven strategies for political impact. Americans for Economic Independence, fueling populist movements. Americans for Economic Independence is my nonprofit hybrid political action committee. Our mission is to raise support and funds for MAGA and America First candidates and causes, both in South Carolina and wherever populism is gaining traction on a global scale. We believe in empowering grassroots movements and providing them with the resources they need to succeed. Holy City Investments Limited, navigating the financial landscape. Holy City Investments Limited stands as a registered investment advisor firm. We expertly manage the investment retirement accounts for all my companies. We provide investment advisory services to those with a discerning eye, relying on market reports, corporate white papers, and in-depth research. This meticulous search is sourced directly from Monarch Trends Journal Limited, ensuring our investment strategies are grounded in the latest insights. Monarch Trends Journal Limited, unveiling global trends. Monarch Trends Journal Limited serves as a public online forum, fostering discussions on geopolitical trends, market movements, and business intelligence. We offer businesses and individuals a range of services, from a la carte analysis to a subscription-based monthly geopolitics report. Our goal is to provide a platform for informed discourse and strategic insights. Love Ninjas Incorporated, redefining adult entertainment. Love Ninjas Incorporated might seem like an outlier in the Monarch Holdings portfolio, but it reflects a commitment to ethical business practices across all sectors. This adult entertainment platform is dedicated to elevating the art form, inspiring other platforms to adhere to the highest ethical standards in the industry. Our profit-sharing model empowers employees through ownership, while entrenched safety protocols prioritize their well-being. We offer comprehensive employee benefits, including a health plan with dental, vision, mental health, and prescription coverage, alongside legal shield services and a matched Roth IRA retirement account. We are committed to treating our employees with respect and dignity, fostering a positive and supportive work environment. The inclusion of Love Ninjas Incorporated within Monarch Holdings highlights a strategic vision that transcends traditional business boundaries. It's about creating a network of ventures that are not only profitable, but also aligned with a core set of values: freedom, innovation, and ethical conduct. Each subsidiary, regardless of its sector, contributes to the overall mission of Monarch Holdings International Incorporated to build a better future through entrepreneurship and principled leadership. Part 8. The Current Creative Surge. Truth is Power. Right now, I'm in the midst of a creative flourish, a period of intense productivity and inspiration. It feels like everything is coming together, all fueled by a central theme: truth is power. It's not just a slogan, it's the driving force behind everything I'm creating. The hub, StephenLeak.com. My website, StephenLeak.com, is the central hub for all this activity. It's where you can find links to my podcast, my music, and a free ebook of the first draft of my novel, Gethsemane, available with a small donation, among other ebooks of my work. It's also the place to find my new poetry collection, also titled Truth is Power, which is available in both ebook and audiobook formats. Music, a symphony of truth and power. Music is a huge part of my life right now. My debut acoustic album, Truth is Power, is available on Spotify for download, stream via my website. But that's just the beginning. I'm incredibly excited to announce that I'm planning a limited edition vinyl run of Truth is Power. There's something special about holding a physical record, about the warmth of the sound and the tangible connection to the music. Stay tuned to my website for details on how to pre-order. Currently, I'm hard at work at Sovereign Sound Studio in Rock Hill, South Carolina, crafting my debut double album, Truth is Power / Love Kills. This is a massive project, a culmination of years of songwriting and experimentation. It's slated for release in fall 2025, and I can't wait to share it with you. Beyond the albums, I'm also creating music videos to accompany my songs. Visuals are an important part of the storytelling process, and I'm excited to bring my music to life in a new way. Writing. Words as weapons. Words as balm. Writing remains a constant in my life. I'm actively editing my novel Gethsemane, working to refine the story and bring it to its full potential. It's a challenging but rewarding process. As I mentioned before, I'm also publishing my new poetry collection, Truth is Power. This collection is a raw and honest exploration of my experiences, my beliefs, and my struggles. It's a testament to the power of words to heal, to challenge, and to inspire. The bigger picture, impact and influence. All of this creative activity is interconnected. It's not just about making art, it's about making a difference. It's about running a business, employing my friends, and contributing to the culture as a thought leader for the alt-right and freedom and libertarian movements. Truth is Power is more than just a theme, it's a philosophy. It's a belief that honesty, transparency, and critical thinking are essential for creating a better world. It's about challenging the status quo, questioning authority, and fighting for individual liberty. The entire surge is fueled by this conviction. The music, the writing, the businesses, they're all interconnected, all working towards the same goal: to empower individuals to think for themselves, to speak their minds, and to take control of their own lives. I'm currently soliciting investment in my company. Monarch Holdings International Incorporated has an S-Corp structure that allows only 100 shareholders, which was done intentionally to foster dedicated and involved ownership. Call me, Stephen Leak, at 803-627-6900 7533 between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday, or text 24/7 at the same number, or call our office line at 803-684-9270, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., or email me at steve@monarchliterary.com. Part 9. Join the movement. Investment connection in our victory. Now, I'm speaking directly to you, the listener. Everything I've shared, the struggles, the triumphs, the creative surge, it's all building towards something bigger, and you have the opportunity to be a part of it. As I mentioned, I'm currently soliciting investment in my company, Monarch Holdings International Incorporated. We've structured Monarch Holdings as an S-Corp, which intentionally limits us to just 100 shareholders. This was a deliberate choice designed to foster a community of dedicated and actively involved owners. I believe in building something lasting, something meaningful, and I want partners who share that vision. If you're looking for an investment opportunity that aligns with principles of free thought, entrepreneurial spirit, and a commitment to building a better future, I encourage you to reach out. Here's how you can connect. My personal phone, Stephen Leake, 803-627-7533. Call me between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. Feel free to text 24/7. Office line, 803-684-9270. Our office line is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Email, steve@monarchliterary.com. Visit stephenleake.com. You'll find a website contact form there, as well as comprehensive information on all my projects, including Monarch Literary, monarchliterary.com, Americans for Economic Independence, AEIPAC.org, and Monarch Urbanware, monarchurbanware.com. I'm not just looking for investors, I'm looking for collaborators. I want to connect with individuals who are passionate about art, freedom, and building a better world. I want to collaborate and exchange ideas and work. I firmly believe that we're going to win, and I invite you to join the movement, invest in our vision, connect with our community, and become a part of our shared victory. Conclusion, the cigarette smoking man's farewell. And so we reach the end of this journey, a raw and unfiltered look into the life of yours truly, the cigarette smoking man. From a South Carolina farm to battles with addiction and mental health, through a profound spiritual awakening, it's been a winding road paved with struggle, creative resurgence, and a relentless pursuit of truth. We've explored the power of art, writing, and music as tools for healing, and witnessed the birth of an entrepreneurial vision through Monarch Holdings International and its diverse ventures, all underpinned by a faith that provides untold strength and inspiration. Thank you for being here with me today, for lending your ears to this tale of resilience, free thought, and unwavering determination. Remember, truth is power, and the power is within you to shape your own destiny. And now, as always, I'll leave you with my signature sign-off. I am the cigarette smoking man. We're going to win. Thank you for being here with me today.